The Buried Bombshell on HCG. Get that tiny ways with me. Hey HCG family, it's Kia, the Buried Bombshell. Well, long time no see. I don't know, I've just been really busy and my weight loss journey has gotten more complicated. And it's really hard because there are very few people in this community that have lost over 100 pounds and they're keeping it going and they're still doing tapes and keeping us updated. I know Miss HCG Girl is one and she's done great and she's been very consistent on here. I think I'm going to go back and watch some of her videos. But even the coaches haven't really coached people that have lost over 100 pounds and are continuing to lose and have to make this a longer journey. And I don't even know that Dr. Simeon's in the 1950s had patients that had more than 100 pounds to lose. And so he gives like this outline of how you would do it if you did have that to lose. But I do wonder if you had people that had to come back for round after round. So, and actually not lose the same 30 pounds all over. So, that's been a mental challenge for me, I think. Right now, I am on round 6. I did 4 days and lost like 17 point something pounds. And then, over Memorial Day weekend, I cheated Friday night and then I had like, it turned into like a 4-day bender. I didn't inject the last 2 days because there was no point. I didn't know if I could restart. I restarted and all the weight's fallen back off. So that's where I am. I will give you my round information. So it's day 14, including the 4 days of cheating. I didn't subtract any days. So it clearly hasn't been 13 VLCDs because I had some very high calorie days. But total from beginning to this day, I've lost 21.4. So it could have been epic, but I was re-losing weight anyway. I want to encourage you that when you're watching these videos and these rounds, because I know I'm one, I have these amazing first weeks, but you need to look at how much a person has lost over time. And for me, I have lost 80 something pounds and it's been a year. And on HCG, and I've lost over 100 total. But for this year on HCG, that's how much I've lost total. So I've had some amazing rounds, some amazing highs, some amazing lows, but I do think it's important to know how much a person has lost completely. And you can do that if there's like your favorite vlogger. You can go back and look at their videos from a year ago and look at where their weight was then. I'm one who was never comfortable sharing my exact weight, so that's why I'm telling you the numbers. But you can look at where their weight was then, and you can look at where their weight is now, and, you know, just see if, you know, however watching these videos impacts your journey, that might change it and it might not. A question I've gotten a lot lately is whether or not I'm still following the WLA. I didn't really check back in, I don't think, for that. I think I just expressed some concern I had. I'm not anymore. And the reason is that the one thing that I really got out of WLA was the emotional aspect. I have a counseling background. That's what I go to school for. That's what I research 24/7, it seems like. So the emotional aspect was great for me. But it didn't work for me because I was always the type of fat person that, like, I would eat, and while I'm eating my breakfast, I'm like, ooh, then I can have this for lunch and this for dinner, and maybe I'll have this for a snack. Oh, I wonder how much of this I have. I constantly thought about food. And then when I was dieting and losing weight, I was like, yes, I've only eaten this, and I have this many calories. It was like what HCG did for me is it came in and it took away all of my obsessive thinking, because I knew what I was going to eat. I just had to go in there, eat it. It was repetition. I knew what I needed to do, and then it was over. And it actually, the protocol in and of itself really freed me from that. So going back to a method where I have to say, how hungry am I? Am I this hungry? Am I that hungry? Then you eat and you're thinking of how hungry you are while you're eating, and then after you eat, and then 20 minutes after you eat, you have to think about, like, did you reach this much hunger? It just didn't work for me. So I had some people contacting me about the science behind it. Every time I say I want to cheat, everyone's like, did you read WLA? And then I've had some people say that I need to research leptin, like angry that I ever did WLA. So I went to my school database. If you're in a college program with an online library, or your daughter or son is, or a friend, you can go, and I would usually go straight to psychology, but we have a nursing program. So I just went to the medical database and I typed in leptin, and then it has a little and in another bar, and I put obesity. And what came up was so shocking. Apparently, obese people have a leptin resistance. So this whole time I'm trying not to eat too much so I don't get too much leptin, so I don't get fat because I have too many fat cells. And it turns out that my body isn't responding to leptin the same way as somebody who was 125 pounds, for example. And the only way to correct that is to lose weight. In fact, some scientists took some fat rats, one of the studies, they injected them with leptin, and the rats lost weight. So for me, my goal is to get to a healthy weight in the most healthy way that I can. And so for this round, I'm not going to stop until I've reached my 100-pound loss on HCG. That will be a 125 total. That may include like a 2-day interruption. That may include a 1-week interruption where I can't take it anymore. Or it may include a cheat meal where I'm just like, you guys, I cheated today. This is how much I gained. And now, like, let's get it and work it off. But for me, that's a goal that I really want to get to. And I accomplished the rest of my goals in life, so I'm going to do this. And, you know, like, I'm tired of going up and down, and every round I reach a new low, or every cycle I reach a new low, but it's really not being done in a productive way. It's being done in a way that makes me feel like I'm failing. So that is what I will be doing. I will keep you updated. I'm hoping to reach my goal. I will be watching a lot more of your videos. I support you no matter what method you do. If it works for you, I'm happy for you. If it doesn't work, I'm here to support you and make suggestions if it doesn't. And hopefully you feel the same way about me, even if you're a staunch weight loss apocalypser. We'll see. And what else? I have a couple of friends starting 800, so if you do 800 videos, please leave me a comment. I think that's it. After this round, by the way, I'm doing a video. I am completely reintroducing myself, and I'm going to have round 1 again. After I lose 100 pounds, even if there's some bounce back, whatever, because you really cannot find people that have done this for this long and been successful, and they're still reporting in. And I need something. So you know what? I'm going to be a newbie like you guys, and I'm going to be afraid to touch oil, and I'm going to try to get my mind in that mindset when I come back. And so we'll see how that works. I really love you guys. That was a lot. Okay. Love you. Talk to you soon. Toodles.
The berry bomb.